Okay, guys, we're going to get started. Come on in a little bit if you can, please. I'm just going to preface this by saying I'm speaking into this microphone, and our coaches are going to use the microphone as well. It obviously is not projecting in the room, but it's for the live stream. So welcome. I know it's an early morning. Just wanted to take a few minutes and congratulate our 8 seniors that are signing to play collegiate athletics next year. I know there's a group of boys that have already made some commitments that are waiting out admissions decisions that we'll be celebrating as well soon. Want to talk a little bit about how we're going to do this morning. I think the athletes probably have a pretty good handle, but just so everybody understands, we're going to go through each boy individually, starting with Tommy with golf. Going to announce their commitment, going to have you come up to the table, going to have you sign your letter, going to take a photograph of you signing your letter, then one with your family, and then one with your coach. And then we're going to move on to the next athlete and go through that. When we're finished with each student athlete signing, there will be an opportunity for the entire group to take some group pictures together. Okay, so again, my name is Matt Hatton. I'm the athletic director here at St. Paul's. Just wanted to take some time to really celebrate this moment for you all. It is the pinnacle of high school athletics for those that aspire to play collegiately, and when you're putting in as much time and as much effort as the boys in this room, the young men in this room have, this is kind of what it's all about. So want to thank each of our student athletes for the time, the effort, the work, the mark that you've left in your program and here at St. Paul's. Want to thank each of the family members, the friends, kind of joking a little bit about it, but I do know a little bit about club lacrosse and club sports and all the time and effort that it takes to get boys and girls to and from athletic events, practices, the early mornings, the late nights, the weekends. I get all of that, and without your parents and your family members and your friends, it's likely you wouldn't have this opportunity. So let's first just give a round of applause to all the family members here, and all thanks for that. You know, I think I'd be a little remiss if I didn't bring up the soccer championship. I know there's a couple boys here that just won the soccer championship. So first of all, I will always celebrate any championship we win at any level. For people that aren't directly involved in athletics in our league, it's very, very challenging to get to a championship game, let alone to win it. So I bring it up not because Jackson and Heschel need to keep hearing about their play, although it was spectacular, it was a fantastic run, but honestly more about like the tone that you all as seniors have set for the athletic department and for our school, at least from my perspective. So that is absolutely critical to our bottom line, to be able to be competitive and have the opportunities to push for championships and extend seasons. And so I can't thank you enough for that, and I think the table is set really well for us as we transition into winter athletics and in turn spring athletics. And I think the other piece that's equally important to me, and I know to Coach Hahn, because there's some younger brothers in this room and some younger sisters in this room, that culture also sets the mark for the next group of boys and girls that come through the school and come through the athletic departments. Really, really, really important. So thank you all again. So with that being said, we are going to start with golf, and Tommy Sharps going to University of Richmond.
Morning, everybody. My name is Mike O'Neill. I am the first-year golf coach here at St. Paul's. I haven't had the opportunity to coach Tommy the past 3 years, but I have been fortunate enough to get to know him over the past 4 or 5 years and have watched him grow as a golfer. And I can say with great certainty that the University of Richmond is very lucky to have him coming as a new member of the golf team. I would give anything for the speed and swing that you have. And at such a young age, I think you are primed to have a really successful career there. That aside, I've also watched him grow as a young man. When I came last spring to tour the lower school to see if I wanted my son to come here, Tommy was sitting on a panel, and the poise and maturity that he showed in describing how valuable his experience here at St. Paul's has been in helping him grow into the young man that he is was, played an important role in, pushing us to send our son here. So, I want to thank Tommy for that. The University of Richmond is lucky to have you, and I'm very excited to have you captaining the golf team this year to help bring the championship back. And I'm sure there are a lot of great things ahead for you. So congratulations. Richmond's lucky to have you, and thanks for everything you've done for us.
Do we want to do family and coach as well? Oh, no, okay. Yep. We're good.
Thanks, Coach O'Neill. Congratulations, Tommy. Also, I do want to make sure that everyone knows if you have an NLI that needs to go into a compliance office today at your respective school and you have it with you, I have 2 of them. You can sign that, give it to Coach Settembrino or myself after this ceremony, and we'll take care of faxing it over there and making sure it gets to where it needs to go. So congratulations, Tommy, again. Okay, moving on to lacrosse, we're going to start with Quinlan Coriat, who's going to Hampton University. Coach Settembrino.
Hi, all. I'm Steve Settembrino, head lacrosse coach here at St. Paul's. I will try to it's hard for me to keep it as brief as possible with these guys on some of the biggest day of their life. So I'll try my best, but it's important to give the boys their moment. So with Q, I remember Kenny Brown reaching out to me and was like, "Hey, got this guy." And anytime Kenny says we got this guy, I'm all ears. So he's like, "Why don't you take him around campus this summer?" So I'm like, "Sure." So I take Quinlan around, and what struck me with Q was how well-rounded he was. It wasn't just about lacrosse. It was about jazz band. It was about SPSN. It was about what other opportunities could he do here. And what I really respect about you, Q, is that you come here and you work really hard at lacrosse and your craft at lacrosse, but then you also put that effort into SPSN, and you put that effort into jazz band. You put that effort into everything else that you do here. And I can confidently say that you being here, you make this school a better place by being here. And I know you've achieved your dream of going to play Division I lacrosse at Hampton, and I know going to Hampton, you're going to make that place a better place too. So congratulations, man. Hard work certainly does pay off, but you deserve it, buddy. So congrats.
Congratulations, Quinlan. Awesome job. Next up, sticking with lacrosse, Justin Brown, Fairfield University.
Downtown Justin Brown. They should have that above there. I'll never forget seeing Justin for the first time in 7th grade. And Justin, he had this gray helmet from his club team, Dukes. And we're doing a clinic on the backfields. And I see Justin, obviously he's very skilled and doing all this stuff. But then we have varsity practice after, and there's Justin. And Justin's shooting on the other goal. And I'm like, wow. one, I mean, like, it's going to be a late pickup for this 7th grader. But two, I'm like, okay, so maybe this is a one-time thing because we had a clinic. So then we go through the season, and pretty much every single day, Justin Brown is at practice, shooting on the other goal, and just being around the lacrosse program. And it was such a natural fit for him to be on varsity as a freshman. And I'll never forget, we're playing McDonough, and I put Justin, he's on the first midfield, and I tell him to run at Dante Trader as hard as he can. And Dante, if you guys don't know, starts for Maryland at safety, and Justin's 14 years old. So I say, Justin, run as fast as you can and just go to try to run by him. Well, Justin runs as fast. He'll do whatever you say, and he runs as fast as he can. He gets launched in the back. We get a penalty, and we go man up. So it kind of worked. But what I love about Justin more than his accolades is just how coachable of a young man he is, how polite, how respectful he is. He is a team-first player. Anytime he plays in a club tournament or he plays for Team USA, he wears his St. Paul's stuff. And I think that's really impressive to me is how much St. Paul's means to him, means to his family, how much he represents St. Paul's when he's out in the community. And his college process was something that should really be kind of, commended because he had a list of 25 schools, and he immediately told bigger schools that he knew that weren't a fit, no. Right? It's not easy to tell schools like maybe Ohio State and some other schools no right away and not even go visit them because he knew exactly what he wanted. He knew exactly what he needed to succeed, and he knew exactly what it meant to be valued. Right? And I think that speaks to St. Paul's here is he found a school that he's going to be valued at, he's going to be cared for, and with some of the guys that are up there, with Nate and Daniel that are up there, Fairfield's getting a steal with some of these guys, and Justin's a guy that's going to take Fairfield to the next level and where it needs to go. But I'm so proud of him, and it's kind of surreal that he's sitting here and I've Jace as my advisee, but I guess that's what St. Paul's is all about. They just keep them rolling through. So congratulations, Justin. Proud of you, buddy.
Okay, coach. Yep. Yep. Okay, and family?
Get the crew in there.
All right, ready, one, two, three. One more, one, two, three. Oh,
Can I add one thing?
yep.
Our family is bigger than this. Come on. Our family is a lot bigger. Anybody that know us, and anybody on the ground, we got come on, all right. We all family. There you go. Where KJ at? Where you at, KJ? That's right. Everybody eat. Everybody eat. Family.
All right, ready. One, two, three. One more, one, two, three. All right.
Congratulations again, Justin. Awesome job. Next up, still with lacrosse, Jackson Hedrick, Randolph-Macon College.
I am still going to talk about the soccer championship because I have to admit, I didn't realize, first off, I learned a lot about soccer these past couple games. I realized in the BL game you can't, jump, spiral into someone, which Jackson, the BL guy, was jump kicking you on the field, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize also how in shape you are, which is great because you never come out of the game, so this is good for the future. But truthfully, I have to admit I'm kind of bummed that it's Jackson's senior year because I truthfully feel like last year was such an amazing year getting to know you as a young man and a lacrosse player. And I'm going to cherish this year with you because Jackson is a kid who really we could have asked him to do anything last year, and he would have said yes. He would have asked how many times could he do it, what else could he need to do. Like, he's a true team player. And this year he's going to take on a much larger role with our team, and I think he's going to use that soccer credentials and what he, his championship credentials this year to help us. But Jackson is as skilled, as smart, and now I know as in shape as anybody in our conference. And really, I'm not going to say your nickname, but he's he's got the best hands of anybody on our team. And Coach Whiteley and I, we talk all the time just about how we're going to use Jackson. And when he told me he was visiting Randolph-Macon and his college search was very, very driven by Jackson, he knew exactly what he wanted to do, where he wanted to go. And when he told me he finally decided on Randolph-Macon, I was like, man, that is a place where you're going to go and make an immediate impact. You're going to be a leader there, right? You're probably going to be a captain there. And your coaches every time I talk to your coach, he is through the roof about Jackson Hedrick going there. And I think that's super important to understand that, Jackson, you're, again, valued here at St. Paul's in the soccer program, lacrosse program, and at school. And then you're going to a place where you are super valued, and your coaches can't be more excited about it. But I'm excited for this year to get a chance to coach you one more year, man. But you've earned everything you've gotten to this point, and you're a testament of just hard work pays off. So congratulations, buddy.
Okay, and coach? All right. And family? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. And one more. All right. Yep, we're good.
Congratulations again, Jackson. Well done. All right, next up, lacrosse again, Quinn Matthews, Limestone University.
I'm excited for this one. So, Quinn was an absolute pleasure to have on varsity last year. And Coach Brock, he walks his dogs, and he's been doing it for 37 years. So he takes them in the backfields, and he walks them. And I always get texts from him, whether it's about, whatever's changed in his 37 years here. And he gives me a text. He's like, hey, guess who was on the goal in the backfields? And my first answer was like, Quinn. He's like, yeah, Quinn and his dad. And they're back there. They're shooting. They're working on what he needs to work on. And Quinn is a guy who worked, and I thought this last year was amazing for him because I really thought he found the joy in lacrosse, right? Like, he found out that, and that's why he's going to Limestone, is that he found that joy and that energy again in lacrosse. And I think it's amazing. And truthfully, for me, Quinn, I'm just going to speak to you on a personal level, but in front of everybody. I had a family growing up, and my dad couldn't care less about lacrosse. Like, I could come off the field, and I could have a good game or a bad game. I would get in the car, and we would go home, right? And I think for you, it's insanely special how, one, you have a dad who cares and a family who cares so much about you and your development and pushes you to be the best that you can be. And then you get to share that experience with him at a school where he's a Hall of Famer, and he means so much to that university. So I want to let you know that, one, your hard work did this, right? This is Quinn Matthews that got you to Limestone. But two, I want you to really cherish this year and those next 4 years because that's something that a lot of kids really don't get to experience. And I'm proud that, you have this energy of lacrosse again, and we're going to use all of that energy this spring, and I'm excited about it. But I want to let you know that this is a really, really special moment, and that not everyone gets to do it, and it's pretty awesome, man. But I'm really proud of you and your family, and I'll make a trip down to Gaffica. Right? I love it down there. All right, congrats, buddy.
Okay, coach. Okay, family. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Just like Donnie said, Donnie.
Right.
Donnie, Connie, come on. Joe, anybody still, Joe Moran? I'll say this.
All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations again, Quinn. All right, next up, lacrosse, Grady O'Day, Loyola University.
All right, so we're going to have to really clear the floor for the O'Days to get through here. First time I saw Grady, Prospect Day at St. Paul's, it was Grady, and it was this other kid who were lefties, and he's at BL. And Grady, I remember after I was like, who's that kid? And Trey Whitty, who was the coach at the time, was like, that's Grady O'Day. Like, I'm like, well, he's the most skilled kid I've ever seen as a lefty. And I remember everyone like, well, he's not going to St. Paul's, he's going to Loyola, because that's like what people do. And I'm like, okay, so we're gonna change that. So Grady comes here, starts as a freshman for us. It wasn't easy too that year, right? That was the COVID 10-game year. Grady was a midfielder, attackman. I remember the Loyola overtime game, and then Daniel gave everyone COVID after that or something. But we beat Loyola in overtime, and then Grady had 2 goals on the game of the week. And I remember it was kind of like his coming out party. And I know that Grady absolutely gets coached maybe the hardest out of anybody on our team. And I think that's because we understand his potential and what he can do. And he's primed for a senior year that's going to be pretty memorable. But during his college search, it was interesting. I think Grady, and I don't want to misspeak, wanted to do his own thing, right, and kind of like see what was out there. And I think that Grady found a spot that has coaches that are maybe the best role models in all of Division I lacrosse. He found a place that's going to have, 5,000 to 6,000 people at a game every time. And I think he found a place where he's also going to be valued. And I think that's a theme here of kids being valued at where they go. Not only did his parents go to Loyola, And I think Cormac's wearing his dad's old sweatshirt or something out of there. But I think, like, Grady was recruited as Grady there. He wasn't recruited as someone's son. He was recruited as Grady O'Day. And I think just his skill set, his path, and what he's going to accomplish this senior year and moving up and, you know, hopefully playing with his brother and seeing all his little sisters and brothers run around. I think cherishing this year as a senior is really special, but I think family's super important to you, and being close enough to family where that's never going to be let go and you'll have your crew at all of your games is really important. But really proud of Grady. Really, this year so far, and hearing about your senior speech was really, really moving to me, and how you spoke to the entire community. And I think you giving that speech to everybody and talking about it, I think shows that you're vulnerable, willing to open up here, and know that you have a bunch of people that care for you here, and you're going to have that same experience at Loyola. So I'm really proud of you, buddy. I can't believe you're a senior. This is crazy. You can still come work on my camps whenever, all right? Congratulations, buddy.
Okay, coach. 1, 2, 3. Okay, family. All right, ready. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hold on. Can't see you. There we go. Perfect. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Garrett. All right.
Wait, come here, Donnie. Come on, bud.
Donnie was Grady's first lacrosse coach.
Oh, here, come on this side. Come on this side. There we go. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Great.
All right, congratulations again, Grady. Now up, again, sticking with lacrosse, Heeshol Shin at the Air Force Academy.
What a week it's been for Heechul. Heechul called me, and I'm going to say this story again, called me from Korea this summer. He was out there visiting family, and he was like, Coach, should I play soccer? And before he even finished his sentence, I was like, that's going to be the biggest regret of your life. And then he was like, okay, cool. Like, I was like, talk to you later. And after the game, I said the same thing to him, and he was like, I couldn't imagine what it would be like if I didn't play soccer this year. And I think coming from that soccer championship now to your signing day of going to play Division I lacrosse, this has to be pretty surreal for you. Heechul is another freshman on varsity, played a lot for us in a year where we needed a lot of freshmen to contribute. And again, Heechul was a young kid during that time, guarding some unbelievable players. And then Heechul did not have the easy task of being the next long stick midi up after Keegan Tracy. So while Keegan was like getting ready to jump out of Apache helicopters and like go to Army to be a 75th Ranger, it's like, okay, the next long stick is Heechul. And he did an amazing job. Like, that is not easy to go after Keegan. And for what Heechul did last year and his skill set in the middle of the field and how dynamic he is, he showed his toughness last year, and now we're going to change his position again, and we're going to move him to close defense because Heechul's a guy that we can't have off the field. So that's really my segue is that Heachol is so valuable to us here at St. Paul's that we can't have him off the field. It's impossible for us to be as good as we're going to be when Heachol is standing on the sideline. And I think that kind of goes for the school too. Like when you're here and you're leading assemblies in chapel and you're on the soccer team and you're out and about, like we're a better place here. And your college search was amazing because you really narrowed down your schools and you wanted academics first, and you went out to Air Force, you took your visit, you really liked it. You took another visit to Brown, and you kind of weighed those options. But I think you found a place where, again, you're valued and it fits kind of what you want to do. So, yeah, you followed Keegan, but now you get to play him, right, for the Commander-in-Chief's trophy. But I really think, Heachol, that this year is going to be the year that catapults you to amazing things that you're going to do in college. And it's not going to be easy, obviously, at Air Force, but you have everything inside you to make it exactly what you want to make it. But I'm really, really proud of you. I'm really, really glad that you stuck through in soccer and got that championship. And I'm excited for you to lead us this spring with a championship mentality. So congratulations, buddy.
Coach. All right, family. One, two, three.
Congratulations again, Heachol. Awesome job. And last but certainly not least, Gordy Smith, Lehigh University.
Goalies are crazy. I don't, and we've had a lot of good ones, and we have two on staff, and Coach Whiteley and Coach Benzing, and they're equally as crazy. We've had goalies here. I could go through the list, but probably every single goalie that has started here has gone Division I. They call it Goalie University for a reason. And, you know, we had a backup last year who's now made the Virginia team as well. So this place, if you start here as a goalie, it is certainly something to be really, really proud of. And Gordy, it is not easy knowing that one person is going to play, and that's it. You're either going to be better than that person or you're not. And that's kind of how the goalie position works. So Gordy kind of took his time, and Max Watkinson was the starter who was going to Loyola, and Gordy pushed him. And then it was Gordy's time last year, and Colin Hook pushed him really, really hard. And I think it's a competitive, friendly advantage that they have. But Gordy's college search, truthfully, kind of was a little like up and down. Like Gordy found an amazing place in Lehigh where the coaches loved him. One of the assistant coaches was my former roommate when we coached together in college, and they loved Gordy. And then his head coach goes to Virginia, right? And then Gordy was fine with it, but their assistant coaches are freaking out. Like my buddy's calling me left and right, like, is Gordy going to leave Lehigh? Da-da-da. I'm like, no, he loves Lehigh. They still are worried until he puts his pen to paper today. But I think going through that and finding out that his head coach was going to go to Virginia and that they were going to promote the assistant coach, I think Gordy found out how much he means to Lehigh. And I think during these searches and during college, like finding your spot, I think it's so interesting that everybody is trying to sell themselves to the college, right? Like, here's what I can do for you. Da-da-da-da. But, like, I personally think it's like, this is how valuable you are to them, right? Like, you're also valuable to them, and they don't want to lose you. And I think for everybody in here, it's a great thing to think about is like, you're making that place better, right? They want you. It's not like what can you do for them all the time, right? And I think for you, it's a great and amazing thing that you're going to Lehigh. Coaches love you. It's a great lacrosse school, great academic school. You just had your official visit. You said it was amazing. But, like, you're going to go in there with that goalie mentality of competing, right? Like, there's going to be 4 of you guys on the roster, but coming from here and having the coaching you've had and having the goalies in front of you and behind you, and you're going to be ready for that. You're going to be ready for the challenge. And you were voluntold to be number 13 when you were picking your number, right? And that's Coach Whiteley and Coach Benzing's old number. I think there's a reason why, right? These guys believe in you. We believe in you. Your school believes in you. And Lehigh believes in you. And that's super, super important, buddy. So congratulations. You should be really proud. And let's do it.
Okay, coach. Right, and family. One, two, three. All right, we're good. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Gordy. All right, so that is the end of our 8 signing seniors. So congratulations, you all did it. I will just say again that it's all of the time, all the effort, all the angst, all the stress that goes into making this college decision process and the actual decision itself. I feel like so much time is put into that. If you don't take the opportunity when you do come out on the other side to enjoy it and to feel really good about the effort and your choices, then I would ask what we're doing here. So today's your day. To the young men that have signed and families, enjoy it. Lots of work to be done this winter and spring. Lots of opportunities abound for all of us, and I hope we can continue to build off the success we've had this fall athletically. I know a lot of you guys. I'm thinking about Gordy specifically, like the rare 3-sport guy here, right? Like, so as soon as football's over, he's on the basketball floor. And as soon as basketball's over, he's going to be on the lacrosse field. So there's lots of opportunities there. I also look around the room. I know some of the other students that are not signing today, and I don't know if everyone's still here, but I've seen a couple of our young men, seniors, come through to support you all. I want you to remember it's really important that you pay it forward and support them when their day comes, because their day's coming as well. And like I said earlier, passing that, what it means to be a Crusader here at St. Paul's athletically onto that next generation of students and student athletes is really critical for all of our success. And couldn't be more proud of you guys. Congratulations. Awesome job. If anyone has a paperwork that needs to get into a compliance office, see Coach Settembrino and I when we're done after photos. We're going to take a group shot, so athletes stick around here real quickly and we'll put you where you need to be. So congratulations again, and thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it.